It's the year 1945, August 6, 8:15 a.m. in Japan. As the people of Hiroshima begin to start their day, they are met with a blinding light followed by a massive explosion that hits the city. Over 80,000 die instantly and thousands more due to radiation sickness and burns. That day showcased the first use of a nuclear weapon in war, and it changed the world forever. But what exactly is a nuclear weapon? A nuclear weapon is a device that uses a nuclear reaction of either fission or fusion to create an explosion. To create these nuclear reactions, specific elements like uranium and plutonium are used to create chain reactions that split atoms, which is fission, or combine lots of atoms, which is fusion. Compared to conventional weapons such as non-nuclear bombs, bullets, or tanks, the explosive forces that result from nuclear weapons are way more catastrophic. Not only are nuclear weapons dangerous because of the destruction it causes, but also because of their long-lasting effects such as radiation. The radiation from the atomic bombs dropped in Hiroshima as well as Nagasaki had affected the long-term health of many people in Japan. As seen from 1945 to 2013, in Japan there had been a notable increase in deaths due to cancer developed from radiation. Another effect of radiation was the contamination of the environment, including the soil, and had unfortunately made certain areas in Japan uninhabitable.
The ending of World War II inspired the continued development of nuclear weaponry, mainly between the Soviet Union and the United States, known globally as the superpowers. In the year that followed, the U.S. military began testing nuclear weapons at various barren locations, including parts of Nevada and the Marshall Islands in the Pacific Ocean. Between 1946 and 1958, the Marshall Islands were used for an astonishing 67 nuclear tests, causing immense harm and radiation to organisms, native people, and the local environment. These tests, among the Soviet developments of nuclear technology, led to the creation of the International Atomic Energy Agency in 1957. Formed by nuclear scientists and political leaders, the goal of this organization was to lower the risk of a hot nuclear war between the Soviet Union and the United States by using the international authority to oversee nuclear issues. 5 years later, in 1962, the Soviet Union was able to transfer dangerous weapons to Cuba, a communist ally which was a terrifying 90 miles away from the United States. And after one of the most stressful 13 days in history, both parties came to an agreement which saw the USSR withdraw the threat, where Soviet leader Nikita Khrushchev at the time agreed to remove the missiles from Cuba in exchange for President Kennedy's promise of not invading, as well as the secret removal of American missiles from Turkey.
The bombings weren't just events from the past, they were warnings for our future. In mere seconds, entire cities were turned into ash, with survivors facing lifelong pain and trauma. Today, over 13,000 nuclear warheads still remain across the globe, with some being more powerful than those dropped in Japan. We must remember the past not to feel guilty, but to take responsibility. The future is in our hands. Let's make sure it's a future without nuclear weapons.